Yeah, hello everyone. Yeah, I am Prasad Lakshmi Gandhi, yani Prasad sir from G. Jaima Institute of Excellence, Hyderabad. So I'm the chemistry instructor. Like where now we are going to learn that organic compounds containing the nitrogen. This is the chemistry class 12th part. Okay, this is the class 12th part. From this chapter, organic compounds containing nitrogen. This is the one of the topics. Topic is that amines. Where this is that part 4 video. Actually, yeah, actually in that part 3, just we have already learned like the structure of amines as well as that stereochemistry. Okay, and after that, just the preparation methods. I'm given one small chart beta. Okay, now just you go and check that the part 3 of this that amines chapter video. Then just it would be that easy for you. Just go and check it once like that. One small chart, one small table is that given the preparation methods. So in this that video clip, that the part 4, just we are going to prepare the amines preparation methods. So whereas now go to that first one. This is the first preparation method. What is that? From alkyl halide. Simply we can say as that Hoffman ammonolysis method. So let us know what is that. Okay, clear? Okay, guys. Now let us know from alkyl halides. How can we prepare this? That amines. Like in that bracket, I'm already mentioned over here that Hoffman ammonolysis method. Do you know that what does it mean of that Hoffman ammonolysis method? See, actually, according to that this method, Hoffman ammonolysis method, that ammonia like NH3 is going to be reacts with like alkyl halide means RH, whereas here R stands for alkyl group of that carbon. Let it be taken like this. Just I'm going to take that CS3 and X. So here what happened, it would be that cleaved beta. That means that separated the cleavage of that carbon and halogen, the presence of that ammonia, then it gives amines. It gives primary amines. Like how, see, CS3 from that NH3, um, what would be that nucleophile? NH2 will be that nucleophile, NH2 minus and H plus, whereas this that H plus is going to be reacts with that halogen atom. So that means that here the carbon and that halogens, these two are that cleaved beta here. Okay, it forms HX. Okay, that remaining compound will be that CH3 NH2. Like this, that amines are obtained. So the process of formation of that amines when the carbon and halogen is going to be cleaved with the help of this that ammonia is known as that Hoffman ammonolysis method. So from this method, like that from alkyl halide, see how can we prepare the amines. First here, what type of amines could be taken, what type of amines could be taken? Always, what type of amines could you take? And like that, always we need to get that aqueous or alcoholic. Aqueous or alcoholic solutions of that ammonia whenever it is heated. Whenever it is heated at approximate 373 K. Okay, whenever that aqueous state or that alcoholic ammonia is heated at that 373 K, then it gives in the presence of what, that alkyl halide. Okay, that one is that we know. Then it gives different type of that amines. It gives different type of that amines. Like what type of amines? Like primary amine. Okay, whenever this that primary amines, once it is obtained, it is again going to be reacts with that alkyl halide, then it gives that secondary amine, and again this that secondary amine when reacts with that alkyl halide, then it gives that tertiary amine, and finally it gives quaternary ammonium salts also. Okay, quaternary ammonium salts. Like this type of that different type of that amines is obtained. Clear? Okay, now So let us see how they are going to be obtained. Okay, na? Yeah, first I'm going to scroll down the page. Yes, sir. Now see, first, what is that? When alkyl halide is reacts with the NH3 at what temperature? Hmm? At 373 K. Isn't it? Na? At 373 K. Is heating here. Don't forget here what type of that ammonia should be taken, beta. Aqueous, otherwise alcoholic ammonia. Okay. Then it gives R NH3 plus and X minus. Like this type of the means that the primary this one will be that primary amine salt. Okay. What is that? It gives primary amine salt compounds are obtained. So whenever this that primary amine salts is again reacts with the that ammonia NH3, then it gives primary amine. Then it gives what? Primary amine means RNH2 as well as ammonium salts. NH4 plus and X minus is obtained. Clear, beta? Okay. Then it gives that primary amine. This one separately we need to write. Primary amine can be obtained leftover of what? Ammonium salts. Okay. So here the free amine is also going to be obtained. This is not the free amine, beta. This is not the free amine. So that free amines is the very important point to be noted over here. What is that? The free amine is obtained free free amine is going to be obtained when ammonium salts is going to be reacts with that strong base. See, when ammonium salts, let us get that ammonium salt. Which one is that ammonium salt? So see this one, RNS3 plus X minus, where we got from this method. Okay, RNS3 plus and X minus. This is that ammonium amine salt. What I said, whenever that ammonium salts can react with that strong bases like that NaOH, then it gives primary amine like RNH2 leftover of what, beta? Okay, this just here from that NH3, simply here how can we write? NH2 minus and H plus. Okay, this H plus is going to be reacts with that OH Na plus and that OH minus. This H plus is reacts with that OH minus and gives water H2O. And what about that remaining? That sodium is going to be reacts with what? Remaining halos. It forms NaX. Like this, that free amines is obtained at what time? Whenever this that amine salts is going to be reacts with that strong base, then a free amines is obtained. What is that? Like this. Free amine is obtained. Next. So here the primer, this one is belongs to that, simply we can say as that primary amine. The primary amines can also act as nucleophile. The primary amines also can act as that nucleophile, and further they can react with the, as I told in my earlier, what is that? The further if they reacts with that alkyl halide, then it gives a sequence of reactions like that secondary amines, and again that secondary amines can behave as that nucleophile. See over here, see this like this primary, no, I didn't mention, yeah, like this primary amine. Whenever the primary amine is also can itself can be as that nucleophile, whenever it reacts with that another alkyl halide product, then it gives that secondary amine. That secondary amine itself also can be as what, can be as what, nucleophile, and it again it reacts with that alkyl halide, then it gives that tertiary amine, and the tertiary amine is also can be as that nucleophile, can react with what alkyl halide, then finally it gives quaternary ammonium salts. So let us see that method. Let us see. So see beta, so here I'm already written over here that when primary amines is reacts with the ORX at the 373K, it gives what secondary amine. And as I said, like that secondary amine is also can be as that nucleophile. Whenever it reacts with the ORX, then it gives the tertiary amine. Okay. And finally, when the tertiary amine is reacts with the ORX at the same temperature, then finally it gives quaternary ammonium salts. What is that? Quaternary ammonium salts. Clear? It gives quaternary ammonium salts compound. See, so as I said in earlier, what is that Affman? This one, Affman ammonolysis method means what? Affman ammonolysis method. What is that? When the liquid, sorry, whenever the aqueous at that alcoholic state of that ammonia, when reacts with that alkyl halide, in which the alkyl halide of that carbon atom and that halogen is going to be cleaved. Okay, means separated out, and can reacts with these CS3, means that alkyl group is going to be reacts with is sorry, means that attacked with nucleophile like that NH2 minus and forms that amine. So this process is known as what Affman ammonolysis method. Now let us see that method how it is going to be forms. Let us see better. For example, here I'm taking that NH3. When reacts with methyl iodide, here I taken that methyl iodide. Okay, here I taken that methyl iodide. Why I taken that methyl iodide means in one important point should be noted over here. I forgot what is that one important point should be noted over here. The reactivity of halides is, because that oryx is nothing but that alkyl halide only na, so the reactivity order, the reactivity order of halides is first Ri, chlorine, chlorine, bromine, RBr, and RCl. So this is that order beta. Okay. So first the preference should be given for that alkyl iodide because it is having that more reactor. Okay. So that's why here I taken that CS3I like that methyl iodide. Okay. At what temperature? As we know that 373K. Chalo, what happens here? Hmm? This is that carbon and hydrogen should be leaved. Actually, it should be written like this, then it will be easy for us. CS3I. Now, see, so this can be cleaved over here, isn't it now? Then that NH3 can be written like how beta? NH2 minus nucleophile and H plus. Okay, that alkyl group is going to be attacked like on NH2 means nucleophile and gives CH3NH2 and HI, hydrogen iodide, is the methylamine. What is the name of the compound? It is the methylamine. Is nothing but primary amine. Is nothing but primary amine, isn't it now? Now again this that methylamine CS3NH2 when reacts with that same, then it gives that dimethylamine means the secondary amine and goes on. Okay, this one is again reacts with that same compound, then it is the converted as what secondary amine. Okay, and secondary amine is that finally gives that tertiary amine. So please you can practice beta. Okay, please you can practice that how it is going to give that secondary amine, that tertiary amine, that finally it gives 4-degree quaternary amine. Please practice. Okay now, so this is what that small work for you people. Okay, Now, so actually not only that alkyl halide like that RX here, like benzyl halides. Okay, what is that? The benzyl halides is also going to be reacts with that aqueous or that alcoholic ammonia solution to give the benzyl amines. What is that? So please note down here the benzyl halides. That means like this benzyl halides CH2X. Okay, this is nothing but that benzyl halide. So when benzyl halides is also is going to be reacts with what? Hmm? Aqueous, otherwise alcoholic solution of ammonia NH3. Then it gives benzyl amines. Same process. Also chances are there to be given here that cleavage is going to be obtained over here beta. Isn't it? So what type of the compound is obtained over here? Like CH2 NH2 means benzyl amine. Okay, important one. So that's why going to taken in a bracket. So okay, beta. Actually, from this that alkyl halides method like this, so from that Hoffman ammonolysis method, a mixture of that amines is going to be obtained. So how it is going to be stopped means that if you wanted to prepare only that primary amine, only that one main product, not only that primary amine. So how it is that possible? Let us see. Very important point. So that's why here I'm going to writing as that note. What I say? Instead of that mixture of amines, if you wanted to get only that one amine product, only that one main amine product, then suppose if you use excess of ammonia. Okay, if you use excess amount of what? Ammonia, then what type of product is obtained? Let us see. If we use excess of RX, alkyl halide is taken, then what type of product is obtained? Let us see. Suppose if you use that excess of ammonia, then what happens? Then primary amine is formed as that main product. Okay, what is that? Primary amine is main product. That means that major product. What about over here? If you use that excess of alkyl halides, if it is taken that excess, then quaternary ammonium salts. Okay, excess of if alkyl halide is taken, then quaternary ammonium salts. Ammonium, simply we can write like this: quaternary ammonium salts is obtained as a major product, otherwise main product. So very important point. This one, what is that? If you use that excess of NH3 like this, if NH3 can be used as that excess, then primary amine only obtained. Suppose if that alkyl halides, like okay, like this, if that alkyl halides can be used as that excess, then quaternary ammonium salts is obtained as that major product. Very important point. Okay, na? Chalo. Now, next. So actually, this method is actually what is that? This method is that not suitable for the preparation of that aryl amines. Means that it is that alkyl halide method. Okay, what is that? From alkyl halide, from RX, the preparation of amines is not a good method. Okay, is not a good method to prepare what better like aryl amines means aromatic like this, like anilines, like okay, aryl amines. So to prepare these that aryl amines means that alkyl amines is okay by, but that aryl amines is not going to be prepared by this method. By this method in the sense means that like that through that Huffman ammonolysis method. That means that from alkyl halide, because why? That aryl halides are very less reactive. We know that, isn't it now? That aryl halides in that previous class, I think, no, I didn't say that one. Okay, what is that? The aryl halides. That means this one. Reason. What is the reason? Simply here we can write that aryl halides is commonly is very less reactive. Aryl halides are less reactive than what? Alkyl halides. That means that alkyl halides are more reactive than that of aryl halides. Okay, so that's why it's not a good method to prepare anilines. Aniline in the sense means like that aryl amines from this method. Okay, so next, according to that chart, so this is the first method to prepare of amines from the alkyl halide. Next, go to that second one, that is nothing but reduction process. Okay, according to that, go and that say, what is the next step? Next step is that reduction. In that reduction, the first, just I given that so many uh, variations in that reduction. Reduction means in the nitro compounds is there, and the reduction of cyanates and that isocyanates, reduction of azo compounds, and the reduction of oximes. Like there are different type of the steps we need to learn to prepare that amines. So first I'm going to say, next I'm going to say that reduction process. Okay, reduction lo edi beta, which one? In the reduction, first we need to learn according to that about the table about that nitro compounds. Clear? Okay, guys. Next, go to that second method. What is that reduction? In the reduction, the first one, that nitro compounds. Okay. Actually, from this that nitro compounds, the reduction of that nitro compounds is that very easy method, very good method to prepare. It is a very good method to prepare our amines. What type of amines? Like aliphatic as well as that aromatic amines. Okay, what is that? Simply aliphatic as well as that aromatic amines is going to be prepared by this method. So that's why this one is that very good method. Okay, so from this method, what happened? Like that. First, two different reactions can be taken out over here. First one, so when nitroalkenes is undergoes reduction, means catalytic hydrogenation. What is that? When nitroalkenes RNO2 when reacts with what is that? Catalytic hydrogenation. Catalytic hydrogenation means that mostly here we use to get that Raney nickel and finely divided um, mm, platinum or palladium, like that. Okay, Raney nickel, otherwise finely divided platinum, otherwise palladium, at room temperature only. At room temperature only. Then a nascent hydrogens can be released. Okay, isn't it now? Then it gives an aliphatic amines like R NO2, means that R and here that cleavage is obtained between the nitrogen and the oxygen. Isn't it? So R NH2 and remaining, what is that? H2O is obtained. Chalo beta, let us get the balancing. Let us get the balancing here. How many number of that nascent hydrogens should be there? 2 plus 2, 4. But here, how many oxygens are there? 2 oxygens. 2 oxygens means let us get the 2 here. Then how many number of hydrogens? 2 to the 4 plus 2, 6 means that is 6 hydrogens, nascent hydrogen. Let us see the one example for this one. Let us see the one example. See, instead of that R here, I'm going to take that to C2H5, means ethyl. Okay, C2H5NO2. So what is the name of the compound? Nitroethane. Same. When reacts with that Rani nickel, otherwise that finely divided with platinum or that palladium at the room temperature. Okay. Same. Here it gives that C2H5NH2 ethylamine and water. That's it. Same. 2 moles, and here 6 moles of that nascent hydrogen can be released. Okay. And in the same passage, just we can go for like that. Okay, this is we prepared that aliphatic. What about that aromatic beta? Let us go. That aromatic we would have prepared just now. See, this is the nitro-benzene, isn't it now? This is the, let us check example one. This one will be that example two. Example one just be given for the explanation of what aliphatic compound, and second example can be related for that aromatic compounds. Means preparation of that aryl amides from that aromatic compounds like that nitrobenzene. Same platinum, palladium or nickel at the room temperature. Okay, nascent hydrogen. Then it gives aniline. Then it gives aniline and same process. Okay, now next. But instead of this one, reduction means catalytic hydrogenation, let us go to that second one, second step. Okay, just a moment. Okay, beta, please note down this one. Now I'm going to move, scroll down the page. Yeah, if you want, once again, just you can get the note. Next. So nitro compounds is going to be reduced with like active metals also. What is that? The nitro compounds is going to be reduced with the active metals, So what type of that active metals can be chosen over here? Like iron, okay, tin, otherwise the zinc, like this, okay, as well as a concentrated HCl is also taken. Concentrated hydrochloric acid also taken. So, and reduction with that iron scrap. We important point. What is that? The reduction with the iron scrap and HCl means hydrochloric acid is that preferred instead of that HCl. Why here we won't use that any another one, like that hydrochloric acid is only preferred because uh, when iron scrap is done, when iron like that Fe is going to be, whenever it reacts with that HCl, first it gives that FeCl2. Okay, first it gives what? FeCl2. Then whenever it forms like that FeCl2 is that, once it is that obtained, then it is that hydrolyzed to release hydrochloric acid again. Whenever it is undergoes that hydrolyzed, then it gives again hydrochloric acid. So that's why only small amount of hydrochloric acid is that required here. Only that small amount. Clear? See now which how we are going to be prepared by taking that another reagent instead of that catalytic hydrogenation. Okay, like CH3 CH2 NO2 nitroalkane means that nitroethane is taken. Reacts with what? Reagents. Which reagent is going to be taken over here? Tin over HCl. Okay, otherwise iron scrap and that HCl is going to be taken. Clear? Chalo. Next. So what type of the compound? Then it releases nascent hydrogen. Same method beta. Okay. Then it gives CH3 CH2 NH2 means ethylamine and water H2O. Like how many moles? 2 moles, and here that 6 moles. Same process. Same to same. Next, it is, let us go to that example 1. And go for that example 2. Example 2 should be related to what? Like that aryl amines, like that nitrobenzene. Okay, same. Then reacts with what? Tin or HCl. Otherwise, that iron scrap are and HCl. Then same method, no change. Okay, that's it. Very simple. And here it gives primary aniline with 2 moles of hydrogen. That's it. So here a mixture of that tin chloride as well as that concentrated HCl is also used better for the reduction of that aromatic nitro compounds. Not only this one, important one, not only this one, for this product, for this one, for aromatic compounds, here we use, what is that? Mixture of SnCl2, tin chloride, and concentrated HCl is also used for the reduction of that nitrobenzene to aniline. Means nitro compounds. For that aromatic nitro compounds, we use to get this reagent also. So don't forget. Okay. Next, one more method is also there. See, okay. I'm going to scroll down the page. Yeah. Next, method C. One more method is there. What is that, beta? The nitro compounds is also going to be reduced to nitro compounds. So is going to be reduced to amines with that lithium aluminum hydride also, LiAlH4. The presence of what is also one of that reducing agent, isn't it? Now in the presence of dry ether, ether should be must and should be that used over here. See now, when CH3CH2NO2 means when nitroethane, okay, so reacts with what, beta? Lithium aluminum hydride, LiAlH4, in the presence of ether, okay, as a solvent. Then it gives ethylamine, CH3 CH2 NH2. It gives ethylamine, beta. So here, however, the reduction of that nitro compounds with this reagent means that lithium aluminum hydride also gives what? Azo compounds also. It gives azo compounds also. See, let us see. Lithium aluminum hydride, LiAlH4, in the presence of dry ether. Okay, in the presence of what? Dry ether. When nitrobenzenes, aromatic compounds is taken. Sorry, ఇంతకుముందు నేను అది చెప్పాను కదా, సారీ కాదు. When nitro means aryl nitro arenes, okay, means nitrobenzenes is taken. Then what type of the compounds is obtained? The diazonium compounds is obtained. Okay, see. Okay, clear. And what it gives, and that's it. Double bond. What type of? Azobenzene. Azobenzene means N double bond N, and try to attach in that one more compound. Azo compound అంటాం మనం. Which azo compound, beta? Azobenzene. What we say? Azobenzene. That means here it should be that 2 moles. That's it. Okay. That's it. So this is the reduction. So these are the 3 methods. Okay, lithium aluminum hydride, and with the active metals like the tin or the HCl, or the Fe or the HCl can be taken. Okay, and first one, catalytic hydrogenation. This is that reduction, one of the compound. What is that? Nitro compound. Through the nitro compound, the preparation of that amines. Okay, chalo. Next, reduction lone one another method. Okay, beta. So this is that reduction lone next process. What is that? Nitriles and the isonitrile. Nitriles means we know that. What is that? Cyanides, isn't it? Na? And it's the suffix we can say as that nitriles. What about that isonitriles, beta? Opposite. NC means isocyanides. Okay. See now. So nitriles is going to be corresponded. So first let us try with that nitriles, means that cyanides. When alkyl cyanides, otherwise that aryl cyanides is going to be reduces with same reducing agents like that catalytic hydrogenation, okay, Rani nickel, platinum or that palladium, okay, and the lithium aluminum hydride. Let us see. CS3CN means methyl cyanide, okay, undergoes reduction. Reduction in the sense means what? Catalytic hydrogenation over that Rani nickel, otherwise that platinum or that palladium at that room temperature, otherwise lithium aluminum hydride LiAlH4, okay. Otherwise, very important method this one, when sodium, okay, water or amalgam type, sodium amalgam NaHG over ethyl alcohol C2H5OH. So whenever we use that sodium metal in the presence of that ethyl alcohol, that process is known as Mendius reaction. What is that? Mendius. Mendius reaction. Whenever the sodium with the Hg over alcohol, if it is uses, then from that nitriles to aniline, sorry, not aniline, like that amines, in the presence of that sodium with the Hg over ethyl alcohol, that reaction is known as what? Mendius reaction. Important one. Okay. Chala. Yeah, when methyl cyanide, it releases a what? As we know that nascent hydrogen. Then it uses that CS3, CH2, NH2. Okay. Then how many number of that nascent hydrogens can be released here? That three. So 2 plus 2, 4. So that means here it should be that 4. Should be 4. See, so what is the importance point to be noted over here? In alkyl group, so beta, okay, in alkyl group only one carbon is there, one and that two. But whenever that product, okay, no, this one. Sorry. Okay, actually, what I used to say, like that in the from that reactant side, if only the two carbons are there, and here that product side is also two carbons, means that same number of that carbon atoms are there. Suppose if you wanted to get that more than that one carbon atom than that of that reactant, then what type of that reagent is applied? That is that main important question over here. Okay, note should be noted over here. What I given the statement beta here, two carbons is taken, isn't it now? Here two carbons is taken. At the product side is also we got only the two carbons. So that means there is no ascending order of the carbon atoms. If we wanna be ascending the number of carbons, that means if the reactant side only the two carbons are there. Okay. If you wanted to improve the number of the carbons at the product side, then please don't use this reagent beta. Don't use this reagent. What is that? The alcoholic KCN solution. Alcoholic KCN, potassium cyanide. Okay. Or NaCN, potassium cyanide or sodium cyanide on alkyl halides. When reacts with the alkyl halide, then remove what beta? Kx, otherwise that NaX. Okay, Kx or Kx, otherwise sodium halide can be removed. Then what type of that compound is obtained beta? Alkyl cyanide, RCN, means alkyl nitrile. Further if it reacts with the, okay, further if it reacts with the lithium aluminum hydride now, LiAlH4. Important point, LiAlH4, the presence of ether, dry ether, followed by hydrolysis, followed by hydrolysis. Then it gives R CH2 NH2. That means one more carbon atom is there. What is that? One more carbon atom is obtained. Important point beta. Okay. this process is that important one, so that's why I'm going to get in that bracket. What is that? If you wanted to improve that, that means that if you wanted to get that ascending order of that carbon atom, okay, like here we are taking that only that one carbon atom of that alkyl halide, but to come to that product side beta, here we got here we will get that one carbon and one another carbon in the presence of what alcoholic KCN, potassium cyanide, sodium cyanide solution. Okay, then it gives that alkyl nitrile. Further, if it reacts with that lithium aluminum hydride followed by that hydrolysis, then we will get that one more carbon atom in this process. Clear, beta? Okay. Chalo. Next up, let us go to that previous. Come to over here. Here we got alkyl nitrile only. Okay. Now going to scroll down the page. Okay. Next, let us try with aryl nitrile. CN means, let us try to write that clearly. C triple bond N. Same. In the presence of what lithium aluminum hydride, LiAlH4 this. Otherwise that anything better, not only this one. Otherwise that catalytic hydrogenation over that Raney nickel, like that. Then we will get what? CH2, NH2 can be obtained, much means benzyl amine. Means what? Benzyl amine. Okay. Okay. Now this is nothing but that benzonitrile. This is nothing but what? Benzonitrile. So instead of benzonitrile, if we take in benzyl, mean CH2CN in the presence of same reagent, then we will get that one more carbon, isn't it? Now means CH2 NH2. That means 1 2. Second carbon phenyl is there. That means 2 phenyl, 2 carbons are there, ethane and amine on the first carbon, ethanamine is there. Okay, now so these are the important points to be noted with the help of what? Reduction of what? Nitriles. Okay, now let us come to the isonitrile. Let us go to that isonitrile. So actually from that nitriles it gives that primary amines. Okay, ఇప్పటివరకు మనకి ఏమి ఇచ్చా బేటా, like nitriles, from the nitriles we will get that primary amine. But isonitrile in the sense means what? Isocyanide. Okay, isocyanides, it gives, sorry, yeah, under the same conditions, okay, like that lithium aluminum hydride, the Raney nickel, like that, then it gives secondary amines. It gives secondary amines. Let us see. Or N triple bond C. Okay, undergoes similar condition. That means lithium aluminum hydride, LiAlH4, presence of dry ether. Otherwise catalytic hydrogenation over the Raney nickel, then it gives RNH, okay, and CH2 ఇక్కడ నుంచి వస్తుంది కదా, this one can an attack over here, we will get that CS3. So RNH CS3, it is nothing but what is the secondary amine only, na 2-degree amine. So how can we give the name of the compound beta? See, let us see over there, N-methyl alkyl amine, N-methyl alkyl amine. ఇది మనం దీనికి నేమ్ ఇస్తాము. We will give the name like this, N-methyl alkyl amine. So let us see the example. Chalo, let us try to write that one example. CH3 methyl isocyanide, methyl isocyanide. Sorry, here that nascent hydrogen can be released. This na I forgot, sorry. So 3 plus 1, 4. So 4 hydrogens, 4 nascent hydrogen. Forgot, sorry. So CS3 NC. Under the similar conditions, 4 nascent hydrogens. Chalo, what type of the compound is obtained beta? CS3 NH CS3 means same. Secondary amine is obtained. Means simply in the commonly we can say that dimethylamine. Simply we can say that dimethylamine. Chalo, now let us get the aryl compound beta. Okay, aromatic compound, isocyanide, benzene isocyanide. Okay, under the same similar conditions, Raney nickel or that lithium aluminum hydride. Okay, nascent hydrogens. Chalo, whatever the product is obtained, same NH and CH3. This belongs to secondary amine, isn't it? Na? How many are nascent hydrogen? Same 4. So what is the name of the compound? N-K methyl and aniline. N-methyl aniline. This is the name of the compound. Okay, N-methyl aniline. So this is the reduction with what beta? Isocyanide means isonitrile and nitrile. Okay, next. And see better, so this is the enough for this that part, and that remaining part of that reduction process can be I will going to teach in that next part, in part 5. Okay na? So till then, bye bye, see you in that next part. Have a good day and take care.